Good afternoon and welcome to GrainTV. It's December 24th, 2013. To my right is Cody Bills and I'm Brock Shimbino. We had a mixed, quiet trade in Chicago. Let's turn to the lab quotes to see how we ended. Corn was up just a penny today. Soybeans up 5.5 cents, continuing the trend that we saw yesterday. Wheat in Chicago down 3.25 cents, and Kansas City was off 2.25 cents as well. You know, Cody, we did have a very quiet trade session here today. We did see a little bit of fundamental news come out in the overnight session. What was driving the trade, though?
Well, you know, there really wasn't a ton of news out there. Of course, we did continue to focus a little bit on Argentina and the developments there. I think one of the main things that we looked at today was the export sales that were reported. We saw private exporters report 185,000 metric tons sold to unknown destinations. Now, of that, we saw 65,000 metric tons sold for this crop marketing year and 120,000 for next crop marketing year. On top of that, we also saw private exporters report 114,000 metric tons sold for delivery this year to Egypt. So I think those were very positive sales. I think that helped take soybeans a little bit higher here and erase some of the losses that we saw yesterday.
You know, we did see incredibly light volume here today, and commodity funds really weren't participating much in the markets as well. We saw them even on the day for wheat, even in corn, but we saw them buy about 2,000 soybean contracts. But overall, the volume was very light in the markets in general.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you just look at the volume that we saw in corn, I mean, we only traded 23,000 contracts, and the moving average for that March contract right now is about 90,000 contracts. So you can really see very little participation in the markets here today, and I would expect that to continue on Thursday and Friday and then into the new year. I think after the new year, we'll start to see a little bit more serious participation in the markets, a little bit more liquidity out there. But as for right now and really the rest of the week, I would expect to see light volume and a trade that just kind of chops around.
Now, keep in mind, we don't open again until 8:30 Central Time on Thursday morning. We will have a couple of reports that are going to be delayed today due to the Christmas holiday. The EIA ethanol information will come out on Thursday instead of the usual time on Wednesday. And we'll also get the export sales on Friday instead of the usual time on Thursday. So that'll be a couple things to note on your calendar moving forward.
That sounds fair enough, guys. One thing to keep in mind, do pay close attention to Argentina and the weather events down there. Like we had mentioned earlier, there should be getting some rain between 1/2 inch to an 1.5 inches of rain between Friday and Tuesday. That should be relatively short-lived, and then followed by more heat and more dryness. So that's going to be a little bit of a concern here. So do pay close attention to that. You know, check in, see if there's any significant developments on here. We'll be reporting on that on GrainTV on Thursday and Friday, and also in next week. But thanks a lot for tuning in. Have a wonderful Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We'll see you on Thursday.